Okay, we are back live. Hi. So here is the plan for right now. One more stream today, only live for an hour. All we want to do right now, I don't even know why I streamed this, but I feel like it, I guess. We're just going to revise the, not that, overleaf. Let's go take a quick look at the RLC. Uh, the papers. Formatting instructions. Recommended limit of 8, strict limit of 12. Okay, that's fine. So I have extra room. So in that case, Hey James, how's it going, man? Yo, I'm back in Palo Alto in a couple weeks, I believe. Yeah, I will be there for a few weeks up until RLC, and then I will be back there afterwards. Meet up if you're still there. I'm just editing up the manuscript for RLC right now. This was accepted. It's completely outdated, but it was accepted. I think I'm just gonna add like this one paragraph versioning note, and then like I can't get one paper accepted and publish a different one. So I'm just gonna add this versioning note, and then I'll make the poster for 3.0. Bagel time. Yeah. My entire diet for while I'm there is gonna be Izzy's soul and maybe a little bit photo chow. Gonna be the entire meal plan while I'm there. I'm gonna have to run the dish a little bit. I had a bad knee. I gotta find a good PT in the area. Near Palo Alto. Doesn't charge an arm and a leg. Like good. I can run the dish. Something like this. Like a short versioning note. Hey Yannick, how's it going? What you find with 2048? Using planning, pretty cool. I think PPO is all you need. Wait, hang on. It seems to be limited not by training time, but rather by model size. Agitator, you missed the earlier stream. There was another stream before this. I can get it to train to 300 score. Wait, is that 300,000 or is that 300,000? Huh. You have it to 300,000? Really? Huh. I'm going to want to see the details of that. This would actually be a very, very useful thing for research because usually model size scaling doesn't help. Not what I showed in the UI. Count score is all the new tiles created. Wait. 20K is basically... How does that make sense? Because the tiles have to be added together. I definitely want to know what the biggest tile is that it made. This is absolutely useful. If we can actually... I'm actually kind of surprised that you get this to work because, like, the optimal learning rate usually changes with model size. And, like, usually if you keep the same learning rate, it'll collapse if you make the model too big. How big of a model did you use? Can I ask? Claim this is 30. $512. Wait, You only had to go to 512? Did you train for super long or what? Can you link me curves in the Discord? Two to the 14, which is 16k. Okay, I've seen people actually get that score. So yes, that makes sense. Train for like an hour. How many steps? I want to see curves on things. Oh, you used the params that I swept. Okay, that makes sense then. Because those were like 600 mil or whatever for 2048, which was pretty fast. So I could see if you train for longer, you could do better, and then maybe there is a capacity limit at some point. Huh. I'll post screenshots since I don't know how to share 1B. I'll take a look. How long will you be here today? Until 6, Majidir. Give positive review only. This is accepted. This paper's already accepted, which is why I'm writing it on. I'm doing this on stream. This will be at RLC. I will be there in person. And the poster will not be on 2.0. So what I'm going to do, because we released a new major version and it's kind of stupid to give a poster presentation on an outdated thing. Like, I can't rewrite the whole paper right now and like submit a paper that is different from the one that was accepted. But I think what I can do is I can update the poster for the latest version. I think that like people will generally be happy with that, and then I can have this versioning note here, because then it's like all this stuff has still been peer reviewed, it's still been accepted, and then the poster we get to show off our latest like progress since then, because otherwise it's dumb to wait an entire another cycle. Well, there won't even be another cycle, frankly, because I'm probably not going to submit any more manuscripts. Like, getting this thing published was a total nightmare. Like, this got rejected from NeurIPS, I think it was maybe once or twice, and then it got rejected from RLC on, like, by an LLM last year. So, I'm sick of the writing process. It's a massive waste of my time. But we already had this one, so yay. I guess we do it. Let me go see Yannick's thing. You only did 5 bill steps. That doesn't look like 16K. Oh, it's log scaled. Yes, it is. Okay. Are these different model sizes that you wrote me? Let me see. Yannick, are these different model sizes, or what are these 3 different runs? Why'd it get rejected from NIPS? Because reviewers are dumb. This is a very, very strong scaling result then, Yannick. Like, huh. That's all you did? This is a very good result. Probably with bigger models? Yeah. Well, it's still going up, like... Wait, dude, that's not log linear. Why did you do this? Wait. Why did you log scale the y-axis, dude? No. You don't do that. Why would you log scale the y-axis? Can you resend me this with the y-axis not log scaled? I want to make a point. Yeah, definitely send me that PR. You can PR the hypers that you copied in as well. But send me that plot real quick. I want to make a point. It's a very good result. Didn't log scale. Look at the y-axis, right? Oh wait, am I reading this wrong? Hang on. I read this as an 8 because it's clipped off. Okay. My bad. But this isn't 16K, right? This is like 7K, right? Alright, hang on, I got somebody here. Okay. Yeah, this is a cool result, Yannick. We can do this for longer for sure. We definitely are gonna run follow-ups on this. PR something so we can see the real score. Yeah, PR this so that we can see the real score if this is not it for some reason. Hey, Finn. Yo, did you get the drone kit? Yeah, it's all here. Sweet. I don't know if he joined the Discord, but if you message Yaxine, I think some of the stuff that you're trying to do with like hooking up beta FOV or whatever, he's probably done. So I think that you actually probably should chat with him on that stuff. There like will be useful things there. Pushing my stuff would be too cool to test with bigger models. Yeah, I can set that up for you real quick. Let me make sure I have this done because if I don't finish this now, I will forget and then the deadline will pass for this. Let me finish this. This is super quick, but make that PR right now. Cover the for algorithmic improvements. Okay. And then I have to use, where is it? The camera ready. Where's the camera ready macro? Ah. Then I have to add my name to this. We don't need the superscript because there's only one. Hey, do you have any advice for figuring out what you want to focus on in CS? Rising senior here, done a lot from FPGAs, ML hardware, analog chip design, bit of LML and LMs, even robotics. Never really found a spark in anything I cooked. Hardware experience is pretty rare, actually. Like, hardware experience is cool. That's not super common. You kind of gotta, like, find what interests you, though. I mean, I can speak to reinforcement learning and the stuff that I do around here. But in my case, like, I did some work in natural language processing. I did some work in computer vision. I actually got really depressed with it for a good couple of years just because, like, a lot of the research was just very incremental. And it didn't really feel like there were any new fundamental big paradigm shifts in anything other than kind of just scaling compute, which was cool, but like kind of tough to do. And like it felt kind of crappy in research to be beholden to the amount of infrastructure required. And then I started on RL, right, which was very different. And I kind of found my thing there. There's so many different problems to work on at the moment, frankly. There's so much stuff that you can do. I mean, we're interested in like figuring out a ton of different domains to apply RL to right now, right? That's like very broad reaching. Obviously, LLMs are hot if you're just thinking about where jobs are at the moment. Hardware is going to be incredibly big. It's the backbone of everything, right? There are a lot of opportunities pretty much, not everywhere you look, but most places you look. Any file says hidden. Okay, cool. I will try that, Yannick. Wait, do you think we have to replace SGD? I'll have to read the paper. I'm gonna have to see if it's actually a strong case. So, like, Ken Stanley does a lot of cool things, but he discounts a lot of, like, practical empirical evidence, I would say, like, very often. I've spoken with him several times. He does really cool stuff, though. No shame to that, but, like, there's some practical things that we know that aren't theoretically supported, but that still have very strong empirical evidence. Where the hell did this versioning note go? Oh, this went to, like, some weird thing. Okay, we'll get rid of this, because, like, they don't have a good... Yeah, this is not going to do well. We'll put this on the homepage. The paper is single author. It is a single author paper. It was the earlier version as well, when really nobody else was involved. I can't change the paper to 3.0, Yannick. It's a different paper at that point than the one that was submitted and reviewed. Not to mention it would be a ton of work. So I'm going to put this versioning note. Okay? This will be published, and then the poster that I present will be 3.0. Because it makes sense to update the poster if not the manuscript. Oh, I forgot. This was actually a good paper. I forgot that this was the paper that I actually made this one good. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, it's a totally different paper. And this is like better to read than other like the other papers I've written, but I'm still bored reading this. No? Can you what you can do to what can you do to technical implementation paper? Yeah, but like I do the same type of stuff in my blogs and it's better, you know? Like the thing is the peer review process means like you have to almost write defensively. So like this was like the way that this paper is written is actually it's very hard to get a paper published this way. We kind of just we sort of just pushed this through by brute force, and in fact literally one of the reviewers say that. It's like, yeah, this paper is a tour de force. It doesn't really give the evidence, but like I don't doubt that the result is there. And ultimately, the evidence that is in paper is just like putting a table isn't really evidence. The evidence is the source code anyways, which they say they have. So like we accept this. Yeah, I don't know. And the thing is, it's like I do kind of give the evidence. Like I discuss all the things that make the thing fast, right? I kind of give you the blueprint. Well, there aren't any you wouldn't have any formal proofs for this. It's empirical. And neural MMO3 was in this as well, right? Yeah, neural MMO3 is in this. How come you're still publishing? No, it's the fact that like I wrote this paper a long time ago. Like this paper is 2.0 was from last summer. And like basically I wrote this paper for Puffer 1.0. It was like actually a paper for Puffer 0.7. And this is just how long the conference cycle is. So basically I've had this paper for the last over a year. But I'm not publishing anymore. It's that like this is literally left over from that long ago. Any advice for Puffer plus super slow M's? 20 SPS. I've been increasing update epochs and batch sizes. What are you doing that's 20 steps per second, Finn? What are you doing? But yeah, Yannick, there's not like... If the publication process were sane, it actually would be chill to just like submit a white paper on each Puffer major version. Like just spend a day or two writing a white paper. But the thing is, it takes longer than that, and you end up like going through 3 cycles before you actually get something published. So it's just there's no point. Like literally, this paper was originally made on 1.0, updated to 2.0, and by the time I'm going to present it, we're going to be like a decent chunk into 3.0. Like after having already fully released it. I do have to add the link. FPV control car. Yeah, you're kind of just screwed at 20 steps per second, man. Like, you build a faster NVerSim, basically. Like, we will eventually do stuff on sample efficiency algorithmically, but 20 steps per second is too slow even for that. You're kind of just screwed. Give the note to reviewers. We add that note. Oops. Put it on the cluster and train it for a week. Let's do the math on that just to show you how ridiculous that is, Yannick. All right, so we have 20 steps per second times 3,600 seconds per hour. Okay, times 24 hours times 7 days. 12 million steps total. That's 12 million steps in a full week, which is 3 seconds of training with Pufferlib. So 1 week or 3 seconds for Pufferlib. This is how much of a difference, like, actually doing your engineering makes. See, a first-person environment, like, if they had a capable renderer, okay, what they could do is they could probably get, like, 20 to 30,000, we'll say 20,000, and now we're at 12 billion steps. We can work with that. Right? Which is like robotics tier. Okay. I think this is done. Right? Yeah, I think we consider this done. Nine and a half pages. There's a 12-page limit, so we're good. Cool. Jeff. Go away, bot. Go away. Don't you know we build the bots around here? Alright. How do I upload camera ready? Wait, how do I upload the camera ready to this thing? I think I just add a revision, right? Any Amazon Prime Day deals you want? I haven't looked at any of that. Not really. Non-exclusive, royalty-free. Yep. Commons. Non-exclusive, royalty-free licensing. Cool. They even have like a better license agreement on this than like they even have a better license agreement on this. Good job, RLC, on that at least. The I'm still not happy that they tossed my paper with an LLM last year, but fuel. There we are. That is submitted. Seconds ago. Perfect. All right, we are all set for RLC. I have got to run for dinner. I am traveling tomorrow for the day, and then I will be in Florida for a little bit. I'll be streaming from there, and then I'll be in Palo Alto. I don't have a good stream set up for Palo Alto yet, but I will make something work. Plan for the next little bit. Got some applications to work on. We've got drones. Actually, I got to chat with you, Finn, a whole bunch about drone stuff, I'm sure. Got drone stuff to do. Got the new drone sim. We've got the tactics sim. We've got driving stuff. There are tons and tons of different sims. And then hopefully, I'm also going to be taking tons and tons of meetings while I'm out there. And then hopefully, relatively soon, get back to starting on some of the core research again. I think that'll be most interesting for people. Also, the new article is done. All I have to do is add some images to it. So this is 25 pages of content, of pure educational content for you guys between this one and this one. These will both go live as soon as I hit 10K on X. So you can go ahead and follow me here. Only 300 to go. And if you want to help us out for free, just start the repository on GitHub. You can join the Discord to get involved with dev. Yannick, I will be mostly in Palo Alto, just taking a bunch of meetings and also avoiding the ridiculous humidity that is here in July in Maryland. All right. Yeah, so if anybody's there, I'm more than happy to meet up. I will be in Palo Alto for the most part and kind of go to SF, though way better to do Mountain Viewer